Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful central Illinois. And today our question comes to us from Afterfauve. And Afterfauve writes to ask why it is that some people seem to have access to their psychic abilities only during or after trauma. And he gives two examples. One of a person who experienced an extreme illness that required hospitalization and treatment who then became highly psychic, and the other of a person who, when intoxicated, can read very well as a psychic, but not when sober. And my answer to this is that these are actually two very different situations, both of which are worth speaking to. The first one is very commonly actually met in the psychic community. People who come into their psychic abilities following a physical illness or other trauma. One of the reasons for this is that those moments in life often cause us to overcome blockages. And it's at such moments that psychic abilities can open. And I think that, in fact, a very large number of people who come into psychic ability unexpectedly have come to it through this path. It's a perfectly normal path. There's nothing wrong with it. However, I think it's much better to seek actual instruction to have greater control over the process. The second situation, the person who is highly psychic when intoxicated, is actually experiencing the effect of lowering their inhibitions. And what they're actually doing is that they're censoring themselves when they're sober. They're not allowing it to come through when they're sober, but when they're intoxicated, that control slips and it's able to come through. They would have the same ability when sober if they chose to develop it, or for that matter, simply chose to allow it. So these are two very different situations. Neither of them is really uncommon, and they both have to do with how psychic abilities come to us and are expressed in the world. Of course, every person naturally has these abilities, but the larger number of people do not express them and do not develop them unless something triggers it. And again, physical illness or other trauma is very often the thing that will trigger it when the person has not made a conscious choice to develop it. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Chicago. And did you know that I have been a professional psychic for more than 30 years? I offer a variety of specialties, including clairvoyance, tarot, and past lives, either in person or by phone or even by email. So if you'd like to have a reading with me, you can set one up at witchschoolstore.com. I hope to hear from you, and until next time, may you blessed be.